Greetings, fellow Inquisitors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Inquest of the Dead. Episode 37. The final day for our refugees. The current priority is to take care of the refugees that we have, and they will remain here for 1.7 more days. I'm counting the seconds. And then also there were some other things like just housekeeping type stuff. So one is the inside zone is like totally wrong and outdated. So I was going to update the inside zone because we have a rat bed now. That sounds weird. But we have a bed for the rat, for our pet, for a singular pet. And the rat can't even get to the bed due to zoning. So fixing that. We had tried to fix the whole like roofed thing here. I think what happened was this room ballooned beyond its like maximum potential size, which means if we wanted to have this enclosed to prevent zombie resurrections, we would need to separate parts of it out. We'd need to like split the farmland into two or something like that. So that's another potential thing to work on. But right at the start, we have a lot of wall damage. Some of this is from shamblers, some of this is from floods, and we really need to resolve that. I also wanted to change the chem fuel from organics, so I'm going to make 400 chem fuel out of toxic potatoes, but I still want to stockpile extra food. It never really hurts. Speaking of hurts, I noticed in like preparing for today's stream that Addie has a double scratch scar on on both eyes and is now patch face or something. So yeah, we have a lot of injuries to attend to. So one of the other things I was planning on doing is putting Sakura on a like just meditate schedule, which allows Sakura to build up her psi focus and then subsequently use the regenerate limbs, which will do eyeballs as well, allowing us to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, I guess, sort of, because we are starting to get a lot of sort of built up permanent injuries, and it's probably best if we address those. Are these are not, as far as I know, at risk of rotting due to lack of harvest. They've only really just grown, and the ones up here, the reason why I have them set is I was worried about the floodwaters, but it doesn't look like the floodwaters are going to overtake them. So we did get our hands on a whole bunch of uranium through questing. Oh, I'm being chased. Madsy, keep running. Oh my god, you're slow. What did I do? Blade focus, frenzy, agility, adrenaline rush. Was moving the vampire in closer to our base to be able to like execute them for mood, and accidentally tripped into some shamblers. The other thing is we have a pile of shamblers here that would be pretty wise to get rid of, so that I don't have to constantly worry about our perimeter security. So, some things to do. While good is already spooled up and like ready for a fight, let's do just that. Get parts of that group in the southwest culled. Ryza, thank you for the resub. And Scorpio for all the gifted subs. Sorry I missed that. I've been distractible. I apologize. Someone. I was gonna have good kill that vampire, but then I realized I ran down here, so I don't know. Alright, what I need now is someone who's awake with a bioferrite rifle, Hellcat rifle, coming down and help to scorch the bodies. Look at that set up in just a minute. So big picture here, now that we have toxic potatoes and a source of fuel, another thing I wanted to do is because our ground pen scanner really has not been helping much at all. I've been pretty disappointed in what it's been able to find. I would like to spool up the long range mineral scanner to look for plasteel again, because we have a dire need of plasteel to be able to start manufacturing our own arms and armor. And I have like, oh, Rascal is getting ripped apart. Oh, good lord. Who did the, oh, what the? Why is there a Shambler on Go Juice? Yo, who is administering Go Juice to Shamblers? Sorry, Rascal. I don't know what happened. We will fix it, though. Yo, don't give zombies drugs. Drugs turn you into zombies, kids. That's right, you heard it here. Alright, I'm gonna change the close to home zone here to allow this area so that we can start hauling these corpses and scorching these corpses without having to worry about zoning. Yeah, and we have like a hopped up on Go Juice Shambler rampaging through the base. I really don't know how that happened. Sloan, go tend Rascal, and we'll hunt it down. Very strange. And I guess while I'm standing here, I'll kill bait too. Let's start replacing the wooden doors with uranium auto doors. That was always part of the plan, and now that we have a lot of uranium, that's going to be a little bit easier to do. They're going to be open and close quicker and are a lot more durable, are not flammable. There's a lot of advantages, so we're going to take advantage of those advantages and start replacing them. Now, there will be a component upkeep, which might get annoying, but like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have security for a little bit of an annoyance. All right, just cut head off. Head off. Yep. Head on. But, you know, never mind. Yeah, didn't we? This is weird. So I'm pretty sure this Shambler that we killed was one of the 4 that jumped us here and then somehow self-rezzed, like, immediately. Which doesn't really make a heck of a lot of sense because there's supposed to be like a cooldown period, but apparently there wasn't in this case, so it really wasn't my fault that there was a random Shambler. Zooming all the way out, it looks like there is a... What the hell? Why is there a conscious... Okay. I mean, there's a 14-year-old vampire over here that needs their butt kicked. I'm sorry, good, but you're never... You're gonna be perpetually busy, apparently. However, with her attitude, she loves to kill vampires, so it's like, it's cool. What bonuses do you have right now? You've got Frenzy for 5 more seconds. Well, it doesn't much matter. They went down in a hit. Because there's also Gibson over here, who's another... Oh, I see. What's happening is they're getting up. They're finishing their death rest cycle. Having been basically nearly killed by Shamblers, and they're getting back up and, like, deciding to raid me, which is cute, because they failed the first time. I have no idea why they think they would succeed the second time. Spoiler, they won't. And yes, this is a bio-coated, but this is a non-bio-coated, so I am grabbing the Hellcat rifles that are, like, available to grab. There's also this minigun. One of the reasons why I'm not too keen on using miniguns is, like, if everyone had a minigun, it might actually be useful, but miniguns have pretty limited range, and they make you slower, and the making you slower is really dangerous when you have to outrun the Shamblers. So miniguns make sense if everyone had, like, bionic legs or better, but without bionic legs or better, the average Shambler can run you down, the average Raider can run you down, you won't be able to outrun your issues. So if everyone had, like, Locust Armor or some other mobility benefit, I could... What is going on? Why do I... Yo, Sloan, when I say tend till done. He's been tending, like, 1 injury at a time and then stopping, and I don't know why. So back to what I was saying, if everyone had, like, Locust Armor or jump packs or something like that, then yeah, I could see miniguns being a thing, but they're more of a liability, not an asset, until that change takes place. Okay, regrow limbs. I'm going to hit Addy with it. So in terms of permanent injuries, let's cover this. We have a scratch scar and a destroyed finger. We've got... You know what? Actually... Oh... I'm going to wait for the... No, I'm going to risk it. We got 2 scratch scars on both eyes. We've got a missing toe. Leg scar and middle finger. Bad back, but, you know, that could be bionic spined. Old gunshot wound, not a big deal. Torso scar, not a big deal. And then refugees, and I mean, I have been curing the refugees, so I helped Burger with some scars, but I might be done for now. Radlocker, thank you for the cheer. Okay, so Addie is now in a coma, and we're hoping that the eyes heal. I could have waited for the other injuries to heal up, because there's a non-zero likelihood that a lot of the, like, regrow limbs hits not the eyes, and it prevents the eyes from being recovered, but, yeah, whatever, we'll see. So we have, a lot of the shamblers on the map have been cleared out. There's a little cluster in the southeast, but, like, generally speaking, we have pretty good security at the moment. And the barracks marble wall can be finished? Yes. Yeah, we were, well, I don't have the marble at the moment. I will soon once we start mining that out again. But we were creating a perimeter around here of granite and marble to keep shamblers at bay. I like this. Well-intentioned home zone. Yes, we'll add that sometime in the next century. Because progress here is slow. And it is slow, really, truly no fault of my own, I would like to say. I don't know if that's true, but I'd like to think it, at least. So Kadath is getting this outer door done, and then once that outer door is done, we'll consider some of the other outer doors. We haven't even put this door back in. But in case of that door, I think I'm just going to replace it with yet another auto door. Like, again, I don't really mind the smithing cost, and I'd rather have the ability to keep enemies at bay. I would also not mind getting shells. Hey, I know you're like probably the worst one to do this because you have a bad back and you don't move so fast. But with that said, knowing the risk, go ahead and get those shells, please. So, big picture here. What I'm hoping to do is to find plasteel, start exploiting it on an industrial scale, and manufacture arms and armor befitting our Inquisitors of at least, maybe Locust, getting jump pack and recon armor mixed, possibly going to Cataphract. It's going to be pretty easy for us to break into Ancient Dangers, and I can use that to exploit for the tech prints that we don't have. And the reason it's going to be easy is there's no viable enemies to be found in Ancient Dangers, right? This run doesn't have bugs, and it doesn't have mechs, and it doesn't have anomaly horrors. So there's no enemies apart from sleeping hostile ancients that we could possibly find in the Ancient Dangers, and the sleeping ancients aren't, you know, they're in the caskets, so we could definitely make use of that if we'd like. And that's just going to cost fuel or time or both. But we could send anyone out to go Ancient Danger hunting. Wouldn't be a necessarily unreasonable thing for us to do or consider. And Tox Filtration is almost done as well, which gives us the ability to start wearing helmets. That's kind of a big deal, because once we can detox the toxic environmental resistance of both lungs, up until this point, everyone except for Kadath, and Kadath doesn't have a one because he has one lung. Everyone except for Kadath basically has to wear gas mask at all times to survive. I don't know why Paul took his off, but let's make another one with that in mind. And not having helmets causes a loss of eyes, a loss of noses, a loss of ears, so on and so forth. So getting detox lungs and the like would be really helpful. Kidneys, lungs, maybe both. I mean, this is basically a toxin planet, so the more resistance, the merrier. Whatever happened to that? So you are yeah, we have a bunch of single-phase shamblers down here, which are like more dangerous than their baseliner counterparts because they have like all of the single-phase combat bonuses, like claws and teeth and, you know, whatever. They can't actively use abilities, but everything else is like fair game, apparently. So you got to worry about that as well. That's why it's best to burn them when you have the chance. And now that we're getting a little bit more marble, we can finally enclose the barracks in all marble. So all of the walls here are going to be like +1 bonus. Of course, we're going to screw up the barracks in the meantime, but whatever. I am surprised we haven't been doing more... Oh, there's toxic filtration. Haven't been doing more farming. So in terms of research, I'm going to research bionic replacements. I think that's the very reasonable next thing to add. I don't really need a poll on that. But I have some plasteel, but I wouldn't say I have so much plasteel that I can start dumping bionics into everybody. So we still need to obtain a good source of plasteel to really start ramping up the super soldier, quote-unquote, additions that we can add. Oh, they're in the dark up there, aren't they? Gotta get a floodlight up that way, I suppose. If Cadets got another lung, would it be immune to lung rot? Yes. Detox lungs for RimWorld do that. So both lung implants. Let me get the facts straight. So to detoxify lungs give you toxic environmental resistance, which reduces the amount of toxic buildup, toxic fallout, toxic gas, and pollution by 60%. You get 2 of those, it's over 100%, which means you will not, it won't affect other effects, like other effects of toxic gas, but both detox lungs will also make you fully immune to rot stink, acidic smog, asthma, lung rot, as well. So I would say, and on top of all that, it gives you higher breathing efficiency, which isn't a big deal, but it allows you to run just a little bit faster. So in a foot race between a pawn of perfect health with 2 detox lungs and a pawn of perfect health without, the detox lung is going to be faster. And ultimately, I would say the lungs is better than the kidneys as far as like, I mean, the kidneys give blood filtration bonuses as well, and then immunity gain speed bonuses as well. So like for sickly pawns, or if you live in like malaria-stricken areas, like a jungle or something, rainforest rather, the detox kidneys can be really useful, but I would say the lungs in my case is way better. So the kidneys, if you're wondering, just gives you the toxic buildup resistance, but not lung rot or anything like that. And then it also makes you immune to chemical damage due to drugs to your kidneys. Like if you take a lot of yayo, you can damage your chemical damage your kidneys. The same way that like a liver can get cirrhosis in RimWorld by drinking too much. Okay, a 4-pronged assault. 19, 18, well, no, that's 19. 12, okay. So here's the plan. I am going... I don't want to preempt the southern group because I'm going to run into, like, extras. So I'm going to do this sort of like clockwise, where we fight them clockwise. Oh, and a site harassment. So Perkins has admitted to what he was fleeing from. He was fleeing from, or he was traveling, when he happened upon Ulcharat, the leader of the Legion cult, and compared her to a parrot. So they are going to be sending pirate raids to us every 25 days. Thanks, Perkins. That's nice, I guess. RCV And Madsy, dispatch to these two doors to keep the Shamblers at bay if they breach. And then I know my southern, the southern entryway is, like, vulnerable. The plan, because I got kind of lucky, the Shamblers are in, like, multiple groups. And that's lucky because I can divide and conquer them really quickly. So here's the southern group. The southern group is 26, so it's the largest copy. But both of these groups are going to hit the same section of the wall at the same time. Let's do southern group first. We're closer. Try to clear that out ASAP while the brawlers are ready to help defend the north. Nabe, you and Ross, you probably should have been drafted. I didn't mean not to, so let's get you down there. Alright, Yakov, you can start repairing these walls, but prepare to flee if anything. And you know what, actually? That might be a better use of your time. And Addy, your eyes are still not intact, but you are still regenerating for like another half day, so chances are you'll get your sight back. Fully. Just trying to make sure that Yakov is gonna get there in time. Yeah, seems like it. And another 65, okay. Nothing like 150 enemy. Oh, hello. Sorry, Nabe. Sorry, Nabe. Sorry, Nabe. Okay, Nabe was like, yeah, you should have left me up there to defend the north. And, yeah, that was not totally incorrect. Sakura, stay behind here. And Good, go on up. And Rascal, you can, stay behind as well. So there are some, okay, they're gonna munch through this. Kadath, I need you over here. Alright, Nabe, I'll stop the bleeding in a minute. Alright. Plan is to open up this door. Use it as a 3-to-1 choke point. No RCV, you have to stand back. Thank you. Alright, let's do firing focus. So Kadath is trying to... Oh, Nabe, you just... Oh, no, that's an old injury. Okay. Rascal, you help Kadath. Oh, wait, no, hold up. There's a guy right here. I just noticed. There we go. Okay. Rascal help Kadath with the southern wall. Sakura patch Nabe, and then we'll start clearing out the corpses so they don't resurrect. And his 3-to-1 choke point is absolutely devastating for the zombies, because 3 blades are certainly better than 1, even if it is Good behind that. And, yeah, we stopped them from breaching here, for sure. It's easier to build a wall than to repair one, by, like, a lot. Speaking of repairs, I think this southern wall will stay intact. So Rascal, go burn them up. Kadath, you burn up these guys. Oops, misclick. And this assault has been handled. Mostly. I mean, we still have this group, but, like, that's small fry. Other 2 brawlers, you can be dismissed. Good, we'll handle this. I'll probably want to high priority haul everything, because some of these corpses are not in great spots and are going to need to be moved around before we can go back to business as usual. Good was like, I can be in 2 places at once. Just you watch. Alright, mostly got all their attention so I can pull back into the hallway. And then you guys are all set, so burn these corpses. There's still one alive, but we're nearly done. And then Rascal only has one left to do. Cool. Madsy, I'm not certain what you're trying to accomplish here. Okay, maybe now's not the time to go all into the stuff. I mean, I know I made it allowed or whatever, but yeah, I think now's a bad time, Madsy. No, don't lose your nose. It's one of the only parts of your body that are pretty. The rest of you are grizzled. Oops. Stop it. Oh, well, actually, Mazzy, you're a brawler. All right, we are good. Clearing the alert colors. We're gonna want to get perimeter walls back in. Did you? Okay, you killed it. Cool. Nabe is stripping. Nice. Nothing like a good soak in polluted waters after a long night of combat. Left side corpses might res. Yeah, there's still like some corpses around, like these guys that we killed first. Let's have Madsy go burn them. Having a brawler burn them poses a little bit less of a risk than a shooter. They're like more set up. Need more clothes? Oh, I'm aware. I mean, we're still not well supplied. I'm fully aware of that. And we still have another corpse in there, too. Glitch! Come hither. So we have a site harasser. I'm not, like, immediately worried about the site harassment. Only because 5 pirates showing up on this map tile every 25 days is kind of like a, oh, okay, and so we'll probably clear it at some point, but it's really low on the list of things that I care about. We still have some paid wet work to do. The Weiss base assault, which I don't even remember what we had voted on for rewards. It's been 2 weeks, so I apologize. And then we do have a Seam of Plasteel that we could go out to, and I was hoping that after this most recent assault, we're going to have a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of time on our hands. Sending out maybe Nabe? Although Nabe is lazy. But Nabe and Good, maybe? There is, of course, a risk sending Good out anywhere, because, like, she's pretty instrumental in the base defense. So maybe I'll send Nabe and, like, Wizard out to do that money. Oh, and Glitch Clot, Lung Rot. Yep, deservedly. I had him in there. Luckily, it's treatable. But we don't have a lot of meds. Oh, that's another thing we needed to plant. Oh god, yes. So there is some medicine like in the siege camps that we could scoop up, but obviously we stopped growing mass heal root when we had some sort of famine going on, and we need to put the heal root back, or otherwise people like Glitch who get lung rot are gonna truly suffer. Yeah, Wizard doesn't haul, but we don't have a lot of... I mean, I guess it could be RCV, but he has a mining of 3. The reason I would put Wizard in is at least Wizard can, like, try to help mine it out. Okay. Healing. Sakura. Go tend to everybody. So we got some very damaged walls that are going to need some attention. And Madzy got burned, so I'm assuming you decided when you're burning those corpses to just kind of like sit on them. Totally normal stuff. Oof, 2 heal roots? Yes. I have literal meds, but yeah, I only have 2 heal roots. So, the plan was to plant, actually, all of this is supposed to be heal root. So we are trying to get heal root back. I just really haven't had the breathing room to do farming. We just... constant assaults, right? You know? Just... Wait, it is. You need to be zoned. Why the hell were you not? Because I was hauling, maybe? I forget. So, perhaps... Yeah, I'll probably have Wizard and Good go out to do the mining. If they have the intellectual to fly the shuttle, I just realized that might be a limitation. Maybe they do. Well, Good's taken one on her own before, so I think it should be fine. Famous last words. You only have 22 medications left. Yep. We also have everything that's in our pockets, because we have a lot of carried meds too. Like almost everyone is carrying some regular medicine. Well, not everyone, but a lot of them are carrying medicine, so it's not quite as dire as the game would like to make it out to be, but it isn't good either. Definitely gonna need to get that sewn. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit Good with Word of Healing to get her fully recovered, or as much as we can minus the scars, and then probably use Work Drive. So hit Good with a Work Drive so that she can run really quickly, so that we're not away from home very long, because, you know, it wouldn't be safe for us to take a extended vacation, especially with the only shuttle that we've got. And Addie is on her feet and back to 100%. So here's your axe, or sword, whatever it is. I totally know what weapons are. And Perkins is now of our ideology, which means we can go through the process of trying to not recruit him. Sweet. So So it looks like a lot of the plant work is just like harvesting the toxic potatoes. Totally reasonable. Good is almost healed. Most of those injuries are pretty not serious anymore. Not really any oranges. We'll get them ready to go mine up some plasteel right quick. And I'm glad to see that these southern walls are getting repaired. They were real bad. So if you're wondering about the trees that we've got, they are struggling to keep up with the pollution removal, the amount of tox waste that we're dumping, but I think it is a net negative. I think we are purifying our base more and more by the day. So it's only a matter of time until we've got a fully pure base ready to go. When are the floodwaters going to recede? Probably in the next few days, I'd imagine. All right. Sloan hit good with a work drive. Done. And then I'm not planning on spending a lot of time out there, so I don't really need to keep them all that well supplied. So good and wizard, you are going to take, let's say, I don't even know, because I have nutrient paste meals. Take 2 tea with you, like that's all, just a drinking. Because as long as you eat like right now, yeah, you're both well fed. We'll be fine. Oh, there's a waste rat out here. I was like, inspire tame, how useless, and then realized, yeah, actually, no, there are animals. Animal, not plural, technically. Okay, ready to launch. No, not ready to launch. Yeah, ready to launch. Neither of you. Oh, roof. Yes, derp. Where's Kadath? Kadath, can you remove the roof? Are you getting your toxic brother? Not at the moment. We might be getting a Toxrack burger instead. This is when you want one of those like X-Men retractable roofs. All right, launch to the seam. And I'm just going to drop in center goods there, so I'm not really all that worried about what could be there that would cause me harm. And then maybe once I return to the base, I will land here instead of there, because this is already like a definitely not roof area anyway, so I'll just use this as like a landing pad. Because this is a bit far from my stockpiles, I don't want to land up there. It's too far out. All right, behind the walls, I will correct the zoning in just a minute, but I'm going to fill in here so that any miners that are stuck behind the walls can't actually continue mining. But yeah, no, everything looks good. The scheduling and the like. Do we even need those wind turbines? They do help a bit. So I'm not going to say we need them, but like, they're not bad to have for a little extra topping up the battery boost. If we had another geothermal generator, then it would be far less of an issue. Okay, good. You are going to be changing your work schedule to mining instead of meditating. You're the one with the work drive after all. And then Sakura, your side focus hasn't recovered since the recovery of Addie's eyes, so we'll need to wait on that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Inquest of the Dead, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Inquisitors.